Good morning. Today we are correcting CO46. I can solve inequalities with addition or subtraction. Some of these we worked on together, and some you had to do on your own. We were combining objectives that we have already been working on. So it wasn't new things we threw into this, we just combined objectives together. So we have n plus 8 is less than 17. We had to do our one step to find out what n is less than. N is less than 9. Then we had to graph it. So we had to do our 3 steps for the graphing. We had to make our number line with the 9. We had to put our circle above it, and it's going to be an open circle because it is not equal to, and it's going to the left because it is less than. So we do our one step with the minus 4. We need to add 4. So n is greater than or equal to 14. We have our number line with the 14. We have our circle that is closed in, shaded in because it is equal to, and it's pointing to the right because it is greater than. Ava, please stop. Then it says, it gives you the verbal phrase. So remember, when you're given the verbal phrase, you need to write the inequality. So the sum of a number and 9, so n plus 9, is greater than 19. Do our one-step opposite operation. Claire, please put your attention up here. So if it was plus 9, we need to subtract 9. So n is greater than 10. So we need our number line, we need our open circle because it is not equal to, and we need to go to the right because it is greater than. Any questions on the top 3? Okay. N minus 15, so we need to add 15 to both sides. So n is less than or equal to 16. We have our number line with 16. We have a circle closed in because it is equal to, and we are going to the left because it is less than. N plus 6, we need to subtract 6 with our opposite operation. So n is less than or equal to 0. So on our number line, we have a 0. We have a closed in circle because it is equal to, and we are going to the left because it is less than. Then we have the difference of a number and 5. So difference means subtract. So n minus 5 is less than 14. Opposite operations, we add 5 to both sides. So n is less than 19. Number line has a 19. Circle is open because it is not equal to, and it's pointing to the left because it is less than. Any questions on that bottom? I know a lot of people came up and were asking me about that 0. Could that be the right answer? 0 is on the number line. It can be a 0. It can be a negative number. Okay. So this one, it is equal to 0. So no questions on that one? All right, let's turn our page. Top row. We had to subtract 10 from both sides, so n is greater than negative 4. On the number line, we have a negative 4. Our circle is open because it is not equal to, and it is pointing to the right because it is greater than. Then we have n is less than negative 12 because negative 9 minus 3 gives us that negative 12. So our number line has negative 12. Our circle is open because it is not equal to, and it is pointing to the left because it is less than. We have the sum. Sum means we are adding a number and 8. So n plus 8 is at least 11. So greater than or equal to 11. We subtract 8 from both sides, and we get n is greater than or equal to 3. So all those tables that we used in the last unit about at least, less than, what all those, we need to remember, actually that was this unit, beginning of this unit. We need to remember this objective uses all of that. We need to know, are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing? And what is our inequality? So here on the number line, we have a 3. Our circle is closed in because we've got the equal to, and we're pointing to the right because it is greater than. Any questions on that top row? Middle row. N is greater than or equal to 23. So we have a 23 on our number line. Our circle is shaded in because it's equal to, pointing to the right because it is greater than. Middle one is N is greater than -3. So we have a -3 on our number line. Our circle is open and it is pointing to the right because it is greater than. The last one, the difference, so subtracting a number and 5 is more than, greater than 25. So N minus 5 is greater than 25. N is greater than 30. So I have a 30 on my number line. My circle is open because it is not equal to, and we are pointing to the right because it is greater than. Any questions on how I got any of those numbers? All right, our bottom row. We have N is less than or equal to 6. So we have a 6 on our number line. We have it shaded in because it's equal to, and it's pointing to the left because it's less than. N is greater than -5. We have a -5 on our number line. We have an open circle because it is not equal to, and it's pointing to the right because it's greater than. Then we have the sum of a number and 14, sum means add, is less than 10, -10. So we have N plus 14 is less than -10. So that gives us N is less than -24. Claire, second time, I'm asking you to stop. Lauren, let's put your attention up front. So we have a -24 in our number line. Our circle is open because it is not equal to, and we are pointing to the left for the less than. Any questions on that row, on how I got those numbers? All right, on the bottom, write an inequality like those above with a variable to solve for using addition or subtraction that has the graph as its solution. So I know my circle is at 2, so it has to be less than or equal to 2 because it's going to the left, so it's less than. It's a filled in circle, so I have that equal sign. So I need it, my final answer would be N is less than or equal to 2. So I need to come up with N plus something or N minus something, what it equals to. So when I do the math, it'd be less than or equal to 2. So I could do N plus 3 is less than or equal to 5. Because when I do the math, it would be less than or equal to 2. It doesn't have to be that one, but your math has to work. So you need that inequality with addition or subtraction. On our second one, we know that N has to be less than 8 because it's an open circle at the 8. So I need to come up with a math problem, addition or subtraction, and plus or minus something that when I did the math, it would be N is less than 8. So I have N plus 1 is less than 10. So if I, actually that's a 2. N plus 2. Looks like a 1, but it's N plus 2. So if I subtract the 2, I get N is less than 8. Any questions on those ones? Anybody want to go over what you got to see if you did it correct? Because something like this might be on the test. Okay, if you are watching this at home, we hope you are well. We hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.